All right, how's everyone doing? I am Rich CELENZA. Thanks for checking out the Rich CELENZA show. So, I'm doing these follow-up podcasts that did really well for me. I did a couple previous ones, which kind of blew me away. One was Bet on Your Health, and my most well-known podcast was Learn How to Escape. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but those did exceptional for me. I have no idea why. And usually, truthfully, my podcast on health and wellness, they usually don't do that well. So that kind of like threw me a little bit. But what's interesting is my third most popular now was called Try Not to Go 3 Days Without Doing Something Healthy. And for some reason that caught a lot of people's attention. And what I'm going to talk about today actually regarding that. Sorry, I had to pause there. I had to get some water. My throat got a little caught up there. But yes, back to these previous podcasts, especially this one. Try not going 3 days without doing something healthy. What I want to kind of discuss with that is, first I want to tell you something, which has kind of just happened to me recently. I was at the gym a couple days ago with my daughter, and I've been going to the gym for the most part my entire life. And I just felt beat down. And it wasn't like I've been doing physical labor or doing intense workouts or anything. But lately I've just been getting more and more fatigue. And I was there, and I haven't taken a week off the gym, which I'm contemplating now. I've always kind of come up with excuses why I can't take a week off. But years ago, every year, I used to kind of just take a week off when I decided. Not because of laziness or anything. And it wasn't just because I went on vacation. I wasn't a guy. I did that once. I went on my honeymoon. And or when I got married, I said, you know what, I'm going to take a couple weeks off just to give it a break. But taking breaks for me never worked out that well like when I did vacations. I don't know why. But when I vacation, I like to work out hard through my vacations because it gave me a lot to do, and I liked it. It was interesting working out at different places. But my body would usually say, Rich, you need a break here, dude. And I would take that break. And I haven't done it in a while. But in this case, I think I'm there. And I think I've tried all these different types of workouts too. I'm always usually 2 on, 1 off, 3 on, 1 off. I don't like the every other day one. I don't know why. It just doesn't seem to work out very well with me. But I'm going to start doing it. But I'm having to learn, and I think if you're somebody out there too who works out or who doesn't, is kind of, and I talk about it a lot, being very flexible and figure out things that are working and not working. And for instance, that day I was working out, I was very fatigued. I realized I worked out later that night, and I kind of went earlier, or I went in the afternoon, I should say early afternoon. So I didn't maybe have enough recovery time. But regardless, even though I'm going to probably be taking this week off, I'm going to still continuously try to do things that are healthy. I don't know what they are yet. I didn't work out yesterday. I probably won't work out today. But if you don't work out at all, like I was saying, still kind of just start slow. And that's what I talked about in that previous podcast. Try to do something healthy every 3 days. It could even be walking. It could be going swimming. It could be cycling. It could be, I don't care if you're in your house and you do like just some push-ups. You don't have to do 100. You just kind of, do something that maybe that's going to kind of get your heart rate up. Maybe even if it's just stretching. Because what I think a lot of people need is just a slow start. And a lot of people argue with me and say, no, you need somebody who's committed, Rich. You need somebody to go in the gym, sign up, and you got to, start get a trainer, or you got to go sign. You got to start doing classes. You got to make that 100% commit, 100% committed. I don't necessarily believe that to be true for a lot of people. I do think some people need to kind of coax. Is that the word? Coax? Sometimes I screw these words up. But kind of just start slow and start building up a little momentum and maybe start seeing some results. And a little bit by little bit, you'll start to feel a little better. Even if it's like, when I say be healthy, maybe every 3 days, if you eat a lot of junk food or fast food or whatever, maybe just have a salad at first, okay? Maybe every few days pay attention and get a better night's sleep. Maybe every few days start drinking. That third day, if you haven't done it, man, let me have some more water today. Let me just focus in on my health every 3 days, not just kind of ignore it for weeks or months at a time and not be like, you know what, I'll get to it when I get to it. Oh, New Year's resolution, that's when I'm going to get my shit together. Because for most people, it doesn't happen that way. But even if you put on your notes, like, you want to do something, I don't care what it is, even if it's go look at something that may interest you. You could be like, every 3 days, I'm going to just go to a yoga school and see what it looks like, or a yoga, I should say, a yoga place, whatever the hell you want to call it, or a Pilates place, or a gym, or even if you just want to like go to the ocean and walk on the sand, right? Just anything. Get some more sun every 3 days. Get some vitamin D. Just don't neglect your health for long periods of time is what I meant by that. And keep it on your radar. It's not just always about working out. When I said, hey, do something healthy, I think people automatically think, hey, it's go do a workout. Hey, that's great too. I'd love for you to go do that if that's what you want to do. But also, maybe you're just not ready for that. You're not willing to commit to that. That's okay. I'm just telling you right now, a lot of people have an issue with the way they look or the way they feel, and they just can't dive right into it. But if you just start off slow, sometimes for those, just don't quit on yourself. That's what health is the rest of your life. And I think a lot of people think, I'm going to do something that's going to last for a certain amount of time, and then I could just quit, and then then I should just go back to my ways, or if I do this, I'm going to have to stick with it for the rest of your life. You don't have to do anything that you don't want to do when it comes to your health. You create the best program that works best for you. And by maybe every 3 days paying attention, we can start creating that. That's just a small goal. Even if, again, it's watching YouTube videos or reading something or listening to a podcast every few days and saying, yeah, that's very interesting. And just informing yourself. That's all going to be very beneficial when it comes to taking care of your body, because that's all knowledge. Even the first year, if you're not ready to work out at all or you don't know what to do, that's okay. Maybe just research it, just like I said. And that's all going to be very beneficial. Maybe that's what you need before you do anything else. I do think a lot of people jump into the pool head first with no water in it and say, you know what, I got to go lift weights because my friends lifted weights, or I was told to go lift weights, and you go to a gym and you hate it, and then you quit, and then you never go do anything else. How does that work for anyone? And believe me, a lot of people do that. That goes with a lot of things regarding fitness. You need to slow down, maybe figure out what you want to do, and kind of just, lean into it. Take your time. So I'm going to wrap it up there. Got any questions or comments? You can hit me up at richcelenza.com. I have a program, masteringselfconfidence.com. I do try to help men with, gain or lose weight, at least my perspective. I also try to help them build confidence. And I think by doing what I'm kind of describing in this, you can slowly but surely build confidence to do whatever you want to do. Not only with health and wellness, but with, having the confidence to go after whatever you want to go after. All right. Take care.